Hey guys, what is up? It is Dominic, and in this video, we're going to be talking about GoHighLevel, specifically the Canva integration right here. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, Dom, you haven't posted in a while. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Psych. I have posted every single day on YouTube now for 2 months straight, every day. Have not missed a single day. Go back, check it out. You can check out every single video right here, and we are absolutely crushing it on YouTube. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe, put those post notifications on, and do not miss another video because it has been absolutely crazy with all the new updates coming out. I cover every single one. If something is new inside of GHL and I think it is worth talking about, I'm not only going to talk about it, I'm going to make a full video on it and show you guys exactly what to do. And that's what I'm doing right now. Now, the Canva integration isn't entirely new. It's somewhat new. I think it's been out for a couple months, but a lot of people, in my opinion, use Canva incorrectly. And I've actually been using Canva for like 7 or 8 years now, I think. Genuinely behind GoHighLevel, it's my second favorite software ever. Even though I use AI to build a lot of my graphic designs, I usually take those designs into Canva to make sure they're perfect. So it's super nice that I can finally integrate it directly with my GoHighLevel account. And we're going to talk you through every step of the way on why you should do this, what's the importance behind it. If you don't have Canva, this will be a good Canva tutorial for you as well, and how we can use them in AI Studio and how we can use them to build websites or whatever it is that we're doing in the media section. Right now, we are in the integrations inside of a sub account. You have to be inside of a sub account to integrate. We're going to click manage right here, and we're going to install on the top right. It's going to ask us which sub accounts we want. We're just going to do the main one right now. Stereo systems, click continue, and we're good to go. Allow and install at the bottom right. And there we go. The app has now been installed. We can click on back. Now we're going to head out of the settings tab, and I'm going to come over here to media storage. As you can see right here, we have connect Canva at the top. We're going to click connect, and then it's going to have us log in to our Canva account. I'm going to just continue with my Gmail. I'm going to click allow, and there we go. Now you can see Dominic Baptist Canva right there at the top in the media section. So now let's talk about what we can actually do with this Canva integration. So the first thing I want to show you is over here in My Media, we have multiple different options right now. We're currently on My Media, which just shows everything in the media section. This is anything we built with AI, anything we uploaded from our computer, and everything in between. We also have backgrounds if we wanted to do backgrounds. I've done this a lot, actually. It makes certain websites pop a little bit more, but it's not that big of a deal. Next, we go to Unsplash. I used to use Unsplash all the time. If you guys don't know what it is, basically you can search anything that you want. So if I wanted to search like a lawnmower, click enter, and we have a bunch of stock images of lawnmowers. They're usually pretty high resolution. They look really good, and you can put them on the background of certain websites. If you needed something really quick, easy, boom, done. This works for so many different things. You could type in pizza. If you have a pizza restaurant, boom, toss one in there, make sure it looks at least somewhat similar to the pizza that you're making, or you're going to have a lot of unhappy customers. But yeah, that's how Unsplash works. We also have Pixabay. I never really used Pixabay, similar to Unsplash. And then down here we have Google Drive, which if you connect Google Drive, same thing, just like Canva. But the point of this video is Canva. So we're going to click on Canva right here, and it shows all of my files. Everything that I have in Canva is all right here. Super easy. I can click on all these weird photos of me that I use for my thumbnails. And if I wanted to put them on a website, it would be very easy to do so. If I wanted to edit them in Canva, I can click edit in Canva right here, or I can just import them to the media library, which I will do right here. You have the format, which is PDF. I would probably do PNG for right now. And we can do all the pages, because when you're working on Canva, you usually have multiple pages inside of one project. I believe this one has like 12 or 13 pages. So we're going to do all the pages and see what happens. We also have quality, which is regular or pro. I'll just keep it at regular for right now. We have use lossless compression. That's like compressing the file. We have transparent background, which I believe all of them are transparent anyway. I always use transparent. And then we have export as a single image. We're not going to do that. We're going to click import to media library, and we're going to see if it worked. So now it's importing. Once it's done, we're going to get out of Canva and go back to My Media and see if it's in there. And then, like I said, we could easily put that on a website or do whatever we want inside of GHL with it. Is it life-changing? Is it groundbreaking? No. But GoHighLevel always makes things a lot easier for us over time. So let's go to My Media, and there they are. Every single cutout that I have is right here. I told you it was multiple pages. We're going to ignore the one with me and the giant mouth, but pretty interesting. And I could use these on multiple different projects that I'm working on. Maybe if I'm building like a funnel page or something like that. So pretty cool. But now that you guys know how to easily import directly from Canva, let's go into Canva really quick. And I'm going to show you some cool tips and tricks on how to make things fit better, how to edit things better, and how to use ChatGPT for kind of whatever you need. But before I do that, I have to go give us some type of base to play around with. So let's go find a base. So the easiest way for us to create a base right now would probably just be in the funnels or website section. So let's say we were building a funnel real quick. We've got a couple different options here. We're probably going to use the template. Click continue. And let's just go grab a random template. For this example, we're going to do one of the chiropractic templates. We're going to choose this one right here. It's going to add the template and we're good to go. Don't worry guys, I'm going to show you how to do this on AI Studio as well. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, Dom, you make all of your videos on AI Studio. You never even use the funnel or website templates anymore. Yes, that is true, but some people still use them and it's totally fine. Like I've always told you guys, there's a lot of control that you have when you use these templates over the AI Studio, even though I do think AI Studio is a lot better. But let's say we wanted to change one of these photos here and we didn't know how to change it and it's going to look weird. The dimensions might be off or whatever. So if that was the case, I would of course head on into Canva in order to do that. So let's go to Canva. And once I am in Canva, I will see all of the projects that I've ever built all the way from like 7 or 8 years ago. So if I wanted to create a brand new project, I'm just going to click create at the top left. They're going to give you a ton of different options. I usually like to start with my own dimensions, which you can see right here at the bottom left, custom size. And if I'm trying to just do a regular square, I would do 4,000 by 4,000. For this instance, let's do 4,000 width by like 3,000 height. That'll probably look a little bit better for a website, maybe 2,000 height, but either way, we can change it within the design. I'll show you that too. Click create design and we're going to start with nothing, just literally nothing. But as you can see, like I said, this is a little more square than I want. So if I go to resize at the top, I can click custom size again, and maybe I want to do 2,000 instead. And all I have to do is resize this design or copy the entire design and resize it. That's if you wanted to keep both designs, but obviously we have nothing here. So we're just going to say resize this one. Now it's going to resize the whole thing and it's a little bit longer. This is probably better for websites. But what if I have nothing to go off of and I have to just go build this from scratch? I have to click on elements right here and type in chiropractor and go find something and then go build the whole thing or use one of these stock images. Yes, you can go and do that. But what if you wanted to make it a little bit better? Or what if you wanted to use AI for whatever reason? Well, you can do that. This also works very well for like thumbnails. If I was building a thumbnail for a course, this is exactly what I would do. So we're going to go to ChatGPT and I'm just going to type in that I'm building a chiropractic website. And then I just said I need help with some of the photos and I asked for it to give me a nice chiropractic photo that also has words typed on it somewhere. I'm going to explain why in a second. Sometimes you can have words typed in on the photo, but if you're building a website, you're probably just going to add the words in later. That way you can adapt for the size and everything else. Either way, I just wanted to show you this really cool trick and I have to show you with words on it because a lot of you are probably dealing with photos that already have words typed on it, especially if you're doing this for thumbnails, you're building courses, you're posting YouTube videos. This is something I personally deal with almost every single day. So this is a really cool trick if there are words on your photos. Okay, perfect, right here. So this is a very, very nice photo. This would do great for like a poster. It would do great for an ad. Well, a video ad would do way better, but you get what I'm saying. And this would look really good on the website as well. So I'm going to download this real quick. I'm going to download right here. It's going to go to the computer and then I'm going to hop on back over to Canva and we're going to put it in here. Now the dimensions might not be perfect. That's totally fine. I just want to show you this really cool trick. So under uploads, we're going to click upload file. And then once we have the file, I'm going to extend it as much as I can, even if it doesn't fit. As you can see, it doesn't fit right here. Doesn't matter. We can easily go resize this. But for this instance, I want to show you guys something really, really cool. So when we click on the photo itself, I can click on edit right here. And I can actually click on this button called magic layers. And I don't even think you need Canva Pro. It doesn't have that little Canva Pro icon on it, but I may be incorrect on that. So let me know in the comments. But I can click on magic layers and watch what happens. Some of you watching probably already know about this and that's totally fine. I just think it works really well for ChatGPT, especially with GoHighLevel when you're trying to get all of these photos exactly the way that you want them before you import them directly from Canva into GoHighLevel and put them on the website. So check this out, guys. Everything is now separated. All the words, all the little lines and the graphic design elements, they're all separated. So now, even though it didn't fit, I might be able to make it fit because now I can extend it like this. But even if it still doesn't fit, that's totally fine. I just wanted to let you guys know, and I might even have to separate these guys as well. There's a way to do that, but sometimes you're getting into way too much work for something that doesn't have to take this long. I just wanted to show you guys what to do with the words specifically because I think this is so cool that I can just make them bigger, smaller, delete certain things, or not because that would look weird. Change anything I want, change the color of the words. So if I wanted to change live better to like orange, I can do it right there. I mean, this is pretty crazy. I personally use this little feature all the time, especially when I'm building thumbnails for courses or for my YouTube channel. But either way, if I wanted to use a photo like this, maybe I want to get rid of this bottom part right here, or maybe I want to get rid of everything except the words itself, then I can totally do that and then import it directly into GoHighLevel. So for that, I have to fix the dimensions. So now we can go to resize again. Maybe we need to find something in the middle of what we were doing before. So we're going to do custom size and maybe do like 2,500. Once you have 2,500, we're going to resize this design. And there we go. It's now been resized. So all I have to do, drag, boom, done. Maybe push that guy down a little bit. Perfect. Get rid of this. I don't think this looks good. Delete that right there. Delete that right there. Delete this little guy. And honestly, I probably will delete all of this as well. Delete. But I'm just going to delete everything that we see. And there we go. Let's make this a little bit bigger and perfect. Everything looks pretty good right here. So now I'm going to click share at the top right, click download, and I could either download this directly into my computer, which does take up space on your computer, or instead of downloading, now that we've built it, it should be integrated with our GoHighLevel account. So let's find out if this integration tool actually works. So for this example, let's say we want to get rid of this entire background. Then we're just going to click on the background right here. And honestly, we could just delete the entire thing if we wanted to. Or for this example, let's say we had nothing. Let's say we wanted to go from scratch. I think that's a better idea. Let's click plus again and say we wanted to do images. And you see where it says background right here, we have color, image, or video. Video is really cool too, by the way, but sometimes it makes the website a little laggy. Let's click on image and we have media URL. So it wants us to put the media URL, or we can click this little image icon right here, and it's going to take us to that exact media storage that we needed to find before. So now I can click on my media, go back down to Canva, and let's see if that new one is in here. It says it's right here. It's still kind of loading the image, but check this out. We're going to click import to media library again. We'll do regular PNG. Everything's fine. Transparent background actually doesn't really matter in this case because there is no transparent background. So we're going to import to media library. And once it's done, we're going to go back and check if it worked. And here it goes. It says that it worked. It's still blank, but let's see if it works when we double click it. Okay, there it is. And it worked. Now, obviously you guys are like, well, why is it so small? That's just because the dimensions aren't correct right now. And we also have the image on full center parallax, which means you can kind of scroll through the image, which does look cool sometimes, but not with this. We want full center for right now. And then we want to increase the dimensions. So we can do that over in styles. We're going to increase the padding right here, and we can increase the padding on pretty much everything over here, but that's still not going to be enough for it to be seen. Even increasing the padding on this section isn't enough. You can add more and keep on increasing padding over and over again. It kind of just depends on what you want this to be. And this might not be the best example on how I would have used it. I just wanted to show you some of the cool tips and tricks. You can also change padding to numbers that don't even exist. See how it says 50 is the highest? It's not true. If I want to do 150, boom, 150 is now possible. If I wanted to do 150 down here, 150 is now possible. And I can do that again. I could do 200 if I wanted to. So there you go. It's getting better and better and better. And you get the idea of kind of what I was trying to accomplish here. But we also have to make sure it looks good on mobile too. So this is where I maybe wouldn't have put words in it at all. See, as you can see, it just doesn't look good on mobile. You would not want words in this section, which is why that one feature was so good. Because if I go back to Canva, I can just get rid of them. I can also get rid of this like shiny piece right here. And then I could just upload this one directly from Canva into my GoHighLevel account. Or I can do that one trick that I've been doing for years, which is this button right here, this clone button. Now there's two of them, which is basically taking this entire section, cloning it. I go to the top section, I go to visibility, I click off for mobile, I go to top section, I go to visibility, I click off for desktop. Now we have two completely separate sections. I go back to mobile right here, I click on this guy, we go back to general, and we can change the entire image. So I change the image, go back to Canva with the new one. See how it was changed a few seconds ago. Import into media library, same thing. Import right here. Super fast, super easy. Go back into my media and check it out. We have the new one. Double click and it's a little bit better. We might have to move it around. We would obviously do all that in the padding, but let's try something else. I want to try something else real quick. Obviously, I use AI Studio for pretty much everything nowadays. And this video is more so to show you some really cool techniques. It was not to create the perfect funnel page. That obviously was not going to happen here. What I would normally do is I'd come over here to AI Studio and I would have a chiropractic page built in AI Studio because it's going to come out a lot better. Before this example, let's say we were doing it for that tree solutions company. So in the tree solutions company, there's not a lot going on in here, but we do have some photos. What if we wanted to add another photo or we wanted to fix one of these photos? So here's the thing. If you look over here to the left, I said, can you connect to my media section inside of GHL to get my photos? Now, as of right now, AI Studio cannot do it. So you technically cannot directly integrate Canva and everything that we build in Canva into AI Studio to add those photos. Now, is that the end of the world? Absolutely not, because it says right here, if you have the URLs for the photo, you can give them the URLs and then AI Studio will add them in, most likely with the perfect dimensions. So let's test it out. If I want to go grab those URLs, I would probably just open another tab so it's easier to go back and forth. I'm actually going to do that right now. All right, guys. So now that I'm in my second tab right here, let's say I wanted a new photo of tree service. I don't know what it is, but I want a new photo for tree service. Let's just go do it real quick. Let's go to ChatGPT and have it do it for us. So we could hop in here and say, we need one now for tree service. Boom, press enter. And for this example, maybe we should just take off all the words. So right here, they built this so quickly. It's kind of insane how good ChatGPT and AI have gotten. I personally don't want all the words on this one, like I said. So I'm going to say redo it with no words. Let's see what it looks like. Because once again, I can add this as a background and then have AI Studio build the words over it, which is usually the better thing to do when you're trying to make sure it fits for mobile and for desktop. Any type of optimization, you technically would not want this to have the words built on it, which is why that feature in Canva was so cool, because you can just easily delete them and then import them directly to GHL. I personally think the AI generator for this is a lot better than the AI generator for AI Studio when it comes to image generation. And people might be like, oh, it's the exact same thing. No, I've definitely had some weird AI generated images when it comes to AI Studio. Nothing against them. I've just had some ones that are questionable, and it seems like ChatGPT does a pretty good job every time. So now that I have that downloaded, if I wanted to change it, adapt it, I could take it over into Canva. If not, I can just take the image right now and I could upload it directly into my media center. And there it is right there. Check this out, guys. So if I click the little three dots, I can get the URL link. So there's the link. It is now copied to my clipboard. Now I can take this and go back into AI Studio and I can say, here's the link, add this somewhere, maybe even as a background image to this site, press enter, and let's see what it does. Now, yes, I should be a little more professional and prepared in this. I should say that I want it on the background of this photo right here, or maybe I want it on the background of the entire page. Whatever it is that I want, I should be able to tell it, but I kind of just want to see what AI Studio does because it's always interesting to me. But either way, I will let you guys know when this is done, and then we'll see what it came up with. All right, guys, and here we go. As you can see, it's right there. Let's go view the site. I'd probably change this background too. It's a little dark. There's like nothing going on. There's no texture there, but check this out. We've got the new image right here. If we wanted to extend it, we could tell AI Studio to extend it. I think it fits pretty well, or maybe add the padding so you can see the top of the guy's head, make sure he's wearing the helmet. Anything that we wanted. If we wanted to add words here, add a button here, like a contact us button, we totally could. The point was that we were able to still use the same photo that we had in our media storage section by just giving them the URL. That's how you do it in AI Studio right now, and I wanted to show you guys that method in case there was a photo that you really wanted and you were like, okay, I have to get this over into AI Studio and it's in my media storage inside of GHL, or maybe you have it integrated in Canva, whatever. Obviously, guys, I know there's so many different ways to do this. I just wanted to make a video on the Canva integration. I love Canva. I love GoHighLevel. They're finally combined. I had to make this video, and there's a lot of cool tips and tricks, and hopefully you guys learned some of those today. And of course, you guys could have easily just gone in here, clicked the plus button right there, and attached the image yourself that you got from ChatGPT. But if you wanted to edit it further, take it into Canva, use all the methods that I showed you, resize it, take away words, add in words, take it into AI Studio, take it into the funnel builder inside of GoHighLevel, whatever it is that you're trying to do image-wise, you should not have a problem anymore because you can easily use Canva, ChatGPT, and AI Studio inside of GHL. So there you go. That's the full breakdown of the Canva integration. If you guys stuck with me till the end of this video, then first off, thank you so much. Second off, make sure to use that link in the description below, because when you sign up with me as an affiliate, you get 30 days for free on GoHighLevel, and you also get put in the greatest community and courses you could ever imagine. It's called the High Level AI SaaS Lab. I partnered with Declan O'Reilly, the GHL wizard, and you get all of our bonuses together. So 2 top affiliate in the world, you get both of our bonuses combined, which includes everything you need when you get started with GHL, all these different snapshots that you'd need, sales scripts, AI prompts, agency snapshots. We even have events right here with a calendar where you can just hop on live calls whenever you want. We do these every single day. So if you need more help with someone and you want to get on a live call, boom, hop in here and ask them any questions that you want. And then of course, if you scroll down to the bottom right, you'll see Dom's bonuses. These are getting more intense every single week. We've got all my white labeled content, AI Studio demos that you can just send, literally download and send to whoever you want, any business owner, and I will do the selling for you because I already made all the demos. So if you have trouble explaining things to people, explaining the chat widget, explaining AI Studio, explaining AI voice bot demos, if you're struggling to explain what you're selling, let me do it for you. That's why I built these. Think of them as little ads that you can use in real time. I've also built real ads for landscaping companies, car detailing, dog grooming, power washing, waste management, food service, pool cleaning, and you can just download those as well. Send them to whoever you want, show them what a perfect ad is supposed to look like for any service-based business, and then how those ads will not work unless they have your software, because it's true. So hopefully that made sense. I think they're some of the best bonuses you can ever get. I don't think anyone in the affiliate game is coming anywhere close to these type of bonus structures. So make sure to use that link in the description below, and I can't wait to see you guys inside of this amazing affiliate bonus community. I can't wait to see you guys inside of Canva, and I can't wait to see you guys inside of GoHighLevel and on the next video tomorrow. Peace out.